What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Well, another comparison that I honestly wasn't even thinking about doing because it's kind of random, but I figured I might as well do it because, you know what, I'm running out of ideas. Totally joking, but we're going to be comparing the newly released iPhone 11 Pro. Dude, this phone just came out, top tier, one of the most expensive phones in the market. You know, I kind of went in debt to buy it. Versus a phone that in reality is still like pretty, a reliable phone. I think a lot of people still own this one. And for a lot of people, it's their main phone, the Samsung Galaxy S9, which was released actually last year in February. So this is about a year and a half old. It's not like a crazy old phone, but compared to something like an iPhone 11 Pro, some people might think it's automatically like a billion times better or something like that. But I can tell you, dude, surprisingly, there's some things about the Galaxy S9 that kind of beat the iPhone 11 Pro, and I'll get into that in a second. First things first, you guys already know I'm the realist. The iPhone XR giveaway is still going on. If you want to enter this giveaway, all you have to do is click that second link or third, fourth link in the description. It'll basically say free iPhone XR giveaway in the description below, so just click that. I might put a card up here, but I probably forget. So just click that link. It'll take you to a video. Watch that video in its entirety. It'll explain exactly how to enter. It's completely free. I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support. So that's that. Now coming back to the comparison, starting off with the front, okay, this might surprise you. I personally do think that the Samsung Galaxy S9 has the better display between these two. So you have a Super Retina XDR OLED display, a 5.8-inch display on the iPhone 11 Pro Max, on the iPhone 11 Pro, sorry. But the Galaxy S9 also has a 5.8-inch Super AMOLED display, so in reality, they actually have the same screen size, but the resolution is higher on the Samsung Galaxy S9, so you have a 1125 by 2436 pixels on the iPhone 11 Pro with 458 pixels per inch, but the Galaxy S9 is 1440p by 2960, and that is 570 pixels per inch. Now, specs are one thing, but in my opinion, dude, when I'm looking at both panels, when I'm messing around with them, I've always found that the Galaxy panels always look so much better than the iPhone 11 Pro panels. And the thing about this is that I'm pretty sure Samsung creates the panels for iPhone, so I think Apple is getting like the lower end of the stick. I think they're getting like the worst panels that they make at the time. And this is definitely not a bad panel. Like if this was a 10 out of 10, this is probably like a 9 out of 10. There's just some things about the Galaxy S9 panel that I actually prefer. And one thing about the Galaxy S9 that is really, really funny is that the Galaxy S9 actually has somewhat of a Force Touch feature that the iPhone 11 Pro doesn't. So there's no Force Touch or 3D Touch on the iPhone 11 Pro. The 11 Pro Max doesn't have it, the iPhone 11 doesn't have it, but this one, the Galaxy S9, has it in one spot, which is only the home button. So if you force touch into here, you kind of get some like cheap vibration motor. I mean, it doesn't even feel as good as the iPhone like 10 or something like that, but it's still there if you hold long press. It's not a long press, it's a force touch, as you can see. So in my opinion, that's one cool thing about the Galaxy S9, bro. Like the tables have turned here, which is crazy. In terms of the way they're built, dude, I think the Galaxy S9 feels more premium than the iPhone 11 Pro. And between these two, I mean, like even looking at the back, the iPhone 11 Pro definitely has like the flex factor of having the 3 cameras and like, it kind of looks cooler. The Galaxy S9 has that fingerprint sensor on the back, which some people like. I definitely love that way more than just Face ID. But if you look on the back, you can see, I mean, yes, I do like the 11 Pro's design better, but I feel like the Galaxy S9 just feels more premium, especially with that glass on the back. That's something I've always noticed. I always like this type of glass more on the Galaxy S9 than like the iPhone 11 Pros and the 11 Pro Max. The iPhone 11 feels fine though to me, but this frosted back is kind of taking some time to get used to. And the rest of the phones are almost the same power buttons, Bixby button on the Samsung Galaxy S9. However, you do have the headphone jack on the Galaxy S9 with USB Type-C, where you only have the Lightning port on the iPhone 11. In my opinion, I'm already used to it, so it's not a big deal, but for some of you guys, you might still care. And that's kind of a little rundown of both phones. Now, the biggest advantage that the iPhone 11 Pro has, you guys probably thought I was just going to like hype up the Galaxy S9. Nope. The iPhone 11 Pro, the biggest advantage would definitely be the software updates, okay? So this phone just got started with software updates. It's right now upgraded to iOS 13.1.2. If you're watching this in the future, probably a higher version, but this one's going to go on forever, basically. However, the Galaxy S9 is probably only going to get one more version of software. It's probably going to get Android Q, and then it's probably going to stop, with the Galaxy S8. I think it's already done with Android 9, with their One UI. I think the Galaxy S9 maybe could go another version on top of that. I doubt it, but it's probably going to stop at Android Q, which is super sad. I wish it could continue on, but I mean, that's kind of weird. I don't know why they didn't do that. But there's still like custom ROMs and a root out for the Samsung Galaxy S9, which the iPhone 11 Pro is recently getting. Actually, there's some like ROMs and stuff that are being developed for iPhones right now, which is super crazy. If you want to read more about that, look up like hardware jailbreak for iPhones or something like that. But the Samsung Galaxy S9 will definitely now outlast the iPhone 11 Pro at all, not even a little bit. In third-party support, you will still be pretty decent. So that kind of covers that. I will do a speed comparison right now. It's kind of comparing like, an Android to an iPhone. In my opinion, the 11 Pro might win, but the 11 Pro has the Apple A13 Bionic chip, a hexa-core CPU with 4 GB of RAM on all the models. The Samsung Galaxy S9, however, has the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 chipset, an octa-core CPU, an Adreno 630 GPU, and 4 GB of RAM also on all the models. So let's go and see which one is the faster phone. Is it going to be the 1-year-old Samsung Galaxy S9, almost like a year and a half old, or the newly released iPhone 11 Pro? Let's go ahead and check that out. Alright, we're back. Let's go and clear out all the apps in the background. God, it's going to take an hour. That's one thing about Samsung that I like, is that you can just close all. On iPhones, you have to go through every single one and delete every single one. So let's go and start loading them up. Let's do Facebook. 3, 2, 1. And as you guys saw right there, Facebook has taken a long time on the Samsung Galaxy S9. Eventually, we do get into it. Twitter, 3, 2, 1. And look at that, already noticing pretty big differences between them. Instagram, 3, 2, 1. And the 11 Pro is just a little bit faster there. Snapchat, 3, 2, 1. And I think the 11 Pro is actually faster there, but it's actually getting kind of close. Temple Run, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I will have to restart this though because of this. Temple Run again. 3, 2, 1. Now, one thing that I'm kind of seeing, okay, this is kind of close. One thing that I'm seeing is that on the Galaxy S9, to me, it just seems like it's kind of smoother, in my opinion. This is just like the first test, so it's not that big of a deal. This is like the kind of bigger intensive game. This isn't even that intensive. And you can kind of tell, in my opinion, how much better that Galaxy S9 screen is. The 11 Pro compared to the S9 just seems a little washed out to me. It's not that big of a deal. If you're not comparing them, you're not going to notice, but you can kind of see what I'm trying to tell you. Maybe just the color profile is better on the S9. Paper IO 2, 3, 2, 1. Oh, that one was pretty close. I think the Galaxy S9 won that. The Paper IO 2 on iPhone 11 Pro was just like loading up. It was like kind of a split second slower. In terms of the gameplay, you can see, they're kind of the same. I always try to look at both panels, so I'm going to die super quickly on one of them. Actually, dude, I've been doing pretty good, actually. No, I died. Okay, whatever, but gameplay almost the same. Bofa, 3, 2, 1. And actually, the S9 won that, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting that. Quizlet, 3, 2, 1. I think the 11 Pro won that, but I actually wasn't, I'm not too sure on that, so pretty close there. Netflix, 3, 2, 1. The 11 Pro definitely won that. The S9 still loading for some reason. It's taken quite a bit of time. Okay, so the S9 definitely took a noticeably longer than the iPhone 11 Pro. Snake versus Blocks, 3, 2, 1. And the iPhone 11 Pro was definitely faster there. Dude, for the the difference in timing of these phones, it's only like a year and a half, but the price difference between these phones right now is like very negligible. It's very crazy. The price difference between these phones are crazy right now. Thank you. 3, 2, 1. What I mean by that is the iPhone 11 Pro right now is still retailing for over $1,000, even in the used market, because obviously it just came out. The S9 you can literally get for like less than $200, which is insane. Getting into some gameplay for this game, pretty basic. I can't believe I already died in that. Yeah, it's a very basic game. Let's do Fruit Ninja. 3, 2, 1. Can't believe I already had to do this. Fruit Ninja. 3, 2, 1. And you can see, yes, the iPhone 11 Pro was definitely faster there. Let's go and end it off with Real Racing. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I thought I didn't click it at first. And it's looking like the S9 might be the faster one, but I doubt it. The 11 Pro is probably going to win. Yep, the 11 Pro won, but dude, not by a lot. It wasn't that big of a difference there. And honestly, dude, if I had to tell you, like, this is the crazy thing, okay? I'm not even going to sit here and say the iPhone 11 Pro was the faster one every single time, because I honestly don't think it was. I think it was like pretty close. I think the 11 Pro was faster for the most part, but the S9 was sometimes faster. And even the S9 to be faster a couple of times is pretty crazy, because the S9, isn't the newest device right now. People aren't developing apps specifically for the S9 versus like the 11 Pro. This is the benchmark right now. So it's pretty crazy to me that the S9 was, doing the speeds that it was doing, which is pretty crazy. Now let's go ahead and talk about the camera super quickly. Obviously, there's a pretty big difference right here. You have a single sensor on the S9 versus a triple camera setup on the 11 Pro. You have a single 12 megapixel sensor, 3 12 megapixel sensors, a telephoto lens, and an ultra wide sensor. Now looking at this sensor for the S9, you can see, I mean, it is a very, very good sensor still. I mean, you don't have that ultra wide effect. You don't have that telephoto lens either, but you have enough, here to kind of get you going. What I'll definitely tell you is the features of the S9 are definitely where it's at. You have a lot of features still for the Galaxy S9, where the 11 Pro, where, it has the extra sensors and all that, but it kind of lacks in native features for the specific app. And what I mean by that is like, yes, you can do that telephoto lens effect, get all that. You can do that ultra wide sensor and get more into a photo. However, when you try to like do some cool stuff, like, do crazier things, the S9 kind of has more features natively than the iPhone 11 Pro. So in my opinion, yes, the iPhone 11 Pro is the better sensor. However, the S9, I think, has more features. So, I don't know. It's kind of tired there right there. Now, let's go ahead and end it off with the battery life. So, the Galaxy S9 has a 3000 mAh battery. The iPhone 11 Pro has a 3046 mAh battery. And on stock on both of these phones, I would tell you still the 11 Pro has a better battery life. But the S9 isn't a new phone anymore unless you buy it brand new. Most probably you're going to buy it used, so it's not at that full 3000 anymore for the battery. It's probably degraded. It's probably at like 2800 or 2700. That's just how batteries go. And a year from now, the 11 Pro is going to go down. So what I'll tell you is that either way you look at it, brand new or even used, the 11 Pro will definitely do you better in the battery life. So to kind of sum up this whole entire comparison, dude, I think between these two phones, the 11 Pro might be the better package. You get better software support, you're getting better cameras, you're getting better battery life a little bit, a speedier phone kind of, but for the price per dollar that you're spending, the Galaxy S9 is like such a crazy good value. You're getting that fingerprint sensor, which I like, a super premium build quality, a micro SD card slot, a headphone jack, USB Type-C, a better screen in my opinion, a high resolution screen, another year of software support probably, and security updates probably for a minute. And all for a phone that probably will cost you around $200, probably less, versus like $1,000 plus tax on this. Dude, I'm telling you, the Galaxy S9 is a better value per dollar in my opinion. But I do think the iPhone 11 Pro is the better phone overall. But it's pretty impressive in my opinion that this phone is still selling for the price that it's selling for right now. It's crazy how much depreciation happens for the S9 versus something like an iPhone. So if you want to pick up a Galaxy S9, I'll leave one link down in the description below. I'll also leave like an iPhone XS down there if you want to pick one of those up too. But that's pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.